Welcome to BOCI Weave Your Own Web. Today is a workshop, so I encourage all of you in the room here with the live audience to take your computers out. If you were here earlier, you heard me say to go ahead and log on to businessovercoffee.com. Does anybody recognize anything different?
It's a new look.
A new look. Who said that? .com. We've been trying to get this for a long time, and we now own businessovercoffee.com. All right, so but you can still get there through the .biz and the .net and the .info and all those, right? But you can now go in through businessovercoffee.com. So those of you in the virtual world, we welcome you. Everyone here, welcome our virtual viewers. And we encourage you to follow along with us today. Go to businessovercoffee.com. If you do not have a profile, set one up. It will take you about 60 seconds to 2 minutes. Then after that, you will, if you are not approved yet, then you'll just follow along on Facebook. But for those of you that do have profiles, because for those that are setting up profiles, you'll need to go through the approval process. Gina, can you be keeping a watch on if any new members sign up and need to get that approval on your smartphone so we could approve them right away in the virtual world and they'd be able to get into their profile? It should go straight to your email.
So have you
Sarah knows how to do that. Sarah, can you do that? Okay, Sarah will take care of that, okay? All right, for those of you that have a member profile with us, it's important that you sign in. We have had some issues where people say, I don't know how to RSVP. You must be signed into your profile in order to see some of the things on our site. So you go up to the upper right-hand corner and you sign in. That's also where you sign out. We are not going over the platform of BOCI today. We are going over Facebook for your business. So the next place we want you to go is to open a new window and go into your Facebook personal page. If you have a business page, go into your business page. If you do not, that's why we're here, to talk about that. And a couple other housekeeping things that I would like to go over. First of all, introduce myself, Sherry Henley, founder and CEO of Business Over Coffee International. We are here in Memphis, Tennessee, but we are global around the world as well. So if you're watching this from anywhere in the world, we welcome you. Please contact us with any questions you have at connect@businessovercoffee.biz or call our office at 901-820-4469. I see that we have had a guest come in here. Is this Cassandra?
Krisha.
Krisha. Oh yes, Krisha. Is it Krisha or Krisha? Krisha, I remember you. It's so good to have you back. Everyone, welcome, Krisha. And Krisha, tell us what you do again.
I am in real estate investment and property management.
And what kind of management?
Property management.
Property management. And Krisha is a second-time guest, so we are after you to get you signed up for a professional membership. So if you have any questions on that, Sarah will be coming to you to answer those during the break. For those of you who are watching and those in the room here, up here on the screen, I have where you can follow the conversation on Twitter. Join our conversation at BOCoffee. At BOCoffee. Also hashtag BOCI and hashtag social media. In addition, those of you that are in the room, check in at Ridgeway Business Center on your Facebook. Ridgeway Business Center. Also, you can check into Business Over Coffee if you would like, but I definitely want Ridgeway Business Center to get the SEO on this. There will be live photo uploads as we are in session today, as well as professional photos that will be taken. We are airing live across the world, and so anything said can be heard. So that is on record, that everyone has been informed of this. If anyone has any questions about that, or you are not comfortable with that, then you can exit now. And we hope you don't, because we welcome all of you. So one more time before we get into our session, let's welcome everyone in this room and everyone on virtual. We are so happy to have you. Now, the exciting thing today is that we are launching our very first BOCI certification program in social media. It is social media basic training. So I'm going to do an overview for you of this. In order to receive your certification, you must attend these events in person. However, there are certain exceptions to the rule that would need to go through our accountability process. So if there's someone that's out of state that we know personally that is accountable to someone and they are highly recommended by someone in BOCI, we will take a look at that. It is not guaranteed that we would allow a certification in that way, but we are open to looking at that. So let's go on Business Over Coffee International. For the overview, I would like for you to go to the featured events, which is in the upper tab, third tab over. And if you're not able to follow, you can see it right here on the screen. You're more than welcome to just watch what I'm doing here. And the first event says today, which is RSVP 6-month BOCI Certified Social Media Series Basic Training, only 2 hours per month. So I'm going to explain that to you. And that's not credit hours, that's 2 hours, literally. And then of course you will have homework, and it will be online homework as well. This is certified through BOCI, so we're very, very selective as to who we will award this certification to. In order to be certified, there's certain criteria that you must meet. So we're going over that now so that everyone has a good understanding of what you will need to do in order to receive your certification as a social media basic training certified by BOCI participant. Then these are the things you'll need to do. So I'm going to go down to the bottom and go over that first. The first thing I mentioned just a moment ago is that you would need to do what? Every second Thursday for 6 months through December, every second Thursday will be this session. Okay, it's a 6-month long certification, BOCI certification program. Tell me what you need to do in order to get the certification. There's one thing I've already mentioned.
Be present.
Homework and be present. There you go. Okay, so being present is the first thing. The second thing is homework, and that homework will be assigned each week for you to bring back the next month. So let's go over what the program looks like. It's starting today, and we launch it through this workshop, which is our Weave Your Own Web workshop. What does that mean? That means that we're actually weaving a web online. This is the way we have built Business Over Coffee International. So we are now going to transfer that information to you so that you can do those type things with your business. This is an educational event. What is our mission? Our mission is bringing everyone together, right? Our defining statement is that we work with professionals who want to optimize 3 things: social media, educational exchange, and networking events. So today's primary is education, of course, wrapped around social media. We will have breaks for networking. So we're going to cover it all today, but mostly education will be what we'll do. I'm going to read. It says, May 9th today, 2013, we'll launch our Weave Your Own Web 6-month social media series, BOCI certified, basic training, requiring only 2 hours per month on the second Thursday of each month in an interactive educational workshop. When we say interactive, we're going to be open for discussions. We're also going to be taking questions from you out there in the virtual world. So if you have questions, make sure you go to our chat line on our site. You can go to businessovercoffee.com, click on the green button on the side. We are live right now. If it's red, that means that it's archived and you can watch it there. And you can actually post questions there on our chat line and our social stream. You can also follow us in the conversation on Twitter and post questions there at BOCoffee. Now, what does it look like? BOCI Weave Your Own Web workshops will include, and it's hard to read that. You all having trouble seeing that?
Yeah, it's kind of hard to see.
Okay.
Can we?
All right.
I don't know.
I'm not sure how the lighting would affect the virtual. So I'm going to read it to you, and if you're online, you can see it. So if you're looking at it with me, read the bullet points with me. Today is Facebook for your business. The next bullet point next month is how I got to the top 1% of profile views on LinkedIn. Okay, so last year out of 2 million people, I was in the top 1%. So we're going to talk about next month, how do we do that? How do you do that? Okay, the next month we talk about hang out with us and Google Plus. So we're going to teach you about Google Plus and also about Hangouts so that you can actually meet with people all over the world in real time and have sessions with them and get paid for it. Okay, so there's things here that can really help your business. Also on month 4, we will talk about Pinterest is contagious and why. Okay, the next month, all this at BOCoffee and hashtag stuff you are going to learn about, because in the 5th month, November, we are going to discuss Twitter is more than a tweet. And then on the 6th month, which is December, the 2nd week, this will be the last session of the entire year, we will have BOCI's Business is Your Platform. And so we will actually go over all the integral details of how to navigate our platform, which is an online social media platform as well. The speakers will include, and not limited to, myself. Also, Sridhar Sankara will be coming in a little later. He's going to have the second half of this session today, who is the co-founder of Launch Memphis and also a business owner of eBiz Solutions. And his website is thinkebiz.net. Thinkebiz.net. Okay? So Cheryl Hurley will also be presenting during this time, and we have some other people that we're looking at to come in who are experts in their field to add to these sessions. Now, I'm going to take about 5 minutes to take questions from the audience and the virtual world about the BOCI Social Media Basic Training Certification. So go ahead and ask questions. We're open.
Well, there's a virtual one already.
Good. What is it?
Well, can't you see it on yours?
No.
Well, it's in the Business Over Coffee main room.
Right, but I'm depending on my tech team.
Okay, I just okay, clarification. Okay, so actually I asked this. I wanted to know what actually being certified is going to mean for us each as a person and as a business owner.
Okay, that's more than one question. So being BOCI certified, number one, let me make it clear that it is not accredited, okay? This is education that you are receiving from us, that we are certifying that you went through this program through BOCI. Now, BOCI is a social media platform and we are experts in what we do. So what it's going to do for you is, it's number one, it's going to teach you how to navigate through the web with your own business, okay, or your own profession if you do not own a business. It even would help you personally. It's going to give you a good overview of the 6 platforms that we named that are the, as far as I'm concerned, the top platforms, excluding, we don't have YouTube in there. It's a great platform as well. However, It will give you a good overview and training, hands-on training of how you can navigate those platforms without having to get in there and figure it out yourself. So that would take a lot longer. And thirdly, you will receive a certificate of completion that you have completed this BOCI certification for social media basic training. This does not say that you are a BOCI social media trainer. There is a difference. We will eventually, in my long-term vision, have those type of certifications where we will take people who have been through this program and then train people to be the trainers and get paid for what they do. Okay? So did that answer the question for the virtual? And does anyone else have questions of that matter of what I just talked about? Yes,
Did you say that these classes would end in December?
That is correct. The second week of December. I suggest those of you who are planning to complete the BOCI certification to go ahead right now and get your calendars out or write it down so that you are accountable to be here every second Thursday in order to receive your certification. Every second Thursday from 9 to 11 a.m. Central Standard Time is when we will be promoting and hosting these educational training sessions. Okay? How many of you in the room plan to complete the certification based on the knowledge you have now? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 9 at this point, so that is outstanding. And then if you're on virtual, go ahead and raise your hand by saying, I raise my hand, or yes ma'am.
Okay, so let's go on and address what do we do if something does happen and we can't make a meeting?
That's a very good question. Accountability is what we need here. And of course, it would need to be an extenuating circumstance, not I overslept and I wasn't able to make it. But if you could contact our office and let us know, I've got this situation, I would like to know if I could get a leave of absence from this coming month. And with that kind of accountability and that type of spirit in approaching us, then we would be more than happy to go ahead and assign your homework, and your homework would also include watching the video and doing all the homework and coming back with the same knowledge that you would have gotten here. And I would say that there should be only one absence allowed. Anything past that, it really would be up for discussion, but we definitely it would be hard to approve a second absence. Okay? All right, so any further questions? Any activity on Twitter right now? Could someone check the Twitter feed?
I did about 3 minutes ago and none yet.
Okay. All right, so we are now going to welcome our guest. We have a guest that just walked in. Would you please introduce yourself?
I'm Hardin Powell.
Hardin, it's nice to meet you. I'm Sherry Henley, and I'm the founder of Business Over Coffee International. How did you hear about us?
My boss told me.
Great. Which company are you working with?
Oak Hall.
Oak Hall? Okay, great. Who is your boss?
The lady.
Wonderful. So you're coming today for this certification program? Is that what you're interested in?
He wanted me to come in and just check it out and see what was going on.
Excellent. So that's what you're doing, and we're so happy to have you here, Hardin. And I see that you went to Dunkin' Donuts, which is where we had our very first meeting 2 years ago. We had 8 people. We now have, by the way, we're growing about 15 to 20 members per week right now. Yes, and we have over 1,100 members right now with Business Over Coffee. So we're very happy to have you, and we would like to know what you do.
I work at Oak Hall. It's a clothing store here in Memphis.
I'm very familiar with Oak Hall. My father used to go there when I was a little girl, so it's a great place. I need to go back and visit and see you.
Absolutely.
What area do you work?
Ladies.
Oh, ladies?
Hello, you're in the right place.
Okay, all right, good deal. Okay, we are now getting into, Hardin, you came in late. Did you happen to bring a smartphone or a computer with
Yes,
you?
I have a smartphone.
Great. If you would like to go ahead and go to businessovercoffee.com and sign in with your profile there. You can do that. You can also sign into your Facebook and follow, or just take notes. It's up to you.
Okay.
Okay? Today is different, just so you know. Today is a workshop. Every event, every Thursday, 9 to 11, looks different. So Sarah Henley over here will wave at you. She is our consultant, and she will get with you during one of the breaks to explain all of that to you.
Okay, wonderful.
Okay? All right, everyone, go to your Facebook pages now. It is 9:30, and we are going to start with who has a Facebook page, not a business page, but you're on Facebook. Is there anyone who isn't? Raise your hand if you are not. Kay is not. Okay, then what I need someone to do. Who will volunteer to help Kay set up her personal Facebook page right now, because we're not going over personal Facebook.
My computer is not cooperating, so I don't know if we
You could possibly do it with,
You can do it with one of our tech team.
sure. Would one of you help Kay? So Kay's gonna get set up on her personal Facebook page, which the reason why I said that, and I've had this question come in before on virtual tweets, and that is, can I set up a business page without setting up a personal page? Because people have a fear of Facebook or of social media platforms. So let me put that fear to rest, because you can control what happens on your social media. It's all within your privacy settings. And remember, this is basic training. So a lot of you may already know this, what we're talking about. But these are things that need to be covered. Your privacy settings are very important. However, you do not want to be on lockdown. If you're trying to reach the community and build relationships and do a backdoor marketing for your business sales. So what I mean by lockdown is that if you lock it down to where nobody can see you, and you're not going to accept any friends except people you know, then that's okay if you're only using it for your personal use. But if you're using it professionally and you're using it for your business, then you need to be more open. So there's ways that you can open up. You don't have to completely open up, but you can set your privacy settings accurately. So we'll take a look at that. Okay, since everyone has a Facebook page, I'm going to Facebook now. Okay, I am on the home page. If you have a Facebook page, you're very familiar with what the home page looks like. I'm going to my personal profile page by clicking in the right-hand corner there. And I go there first for a reason, because we are dealing with Facebook for your business, and this is my personal page. However, your personal page is possibly the first thing people will see. So it's extremely important that your image is professional, okay? What is the name of Facebook? Let's break it down into two words.
Face and book.
Face and book. Okay, so it's your face of how people see you. They may have never met you in real life, but they now meet you face to face. You want the best first impression they can have if you are working from a professional standpoint. Secondly, this is a, what's the second word?
Book.
A book about what?
Yourself.
About your life, about your profession, about the things that you believe in. Your value system should be what's placed on your Facebook page. Your values will determine, and this is for the college students out there, whatever you're doing right now may be fine and good, but when you graduate college and you're looking for that job, and SunTrust is going in and looking at your profiles, whether it be LinkedIn, Facebook, and so forth, they are going to look at your social media. So it's very important that you have your values properly placed that you want people to see, okay? Now, another thing that is also very important for you to know is that Facebook now has the open graph, but they also have the timeline that they rolled out several months ago. And one of the things, when I went into the timeline and set mine up, you can do milestones, you can do events, and so forth. At that time, I noticed that it goes all the way back from the time you opened your account with Facebook. So 3 years ago, you may have been doing something totally different in your life than what you're doing now. Do you want people to see what you were doing 3 years ago? If you do not, then you need to go back all the way through your Facebook and you need to delete, you need to hide from timeline, you need to clean your Facebook up because people can see all that information. Yes, ma'am.
So I've run into this a couple times. I know that I've had something on there. I want to look at it again. What you were talking about kind of triggered this. It's not necessarily maybe a bad thing. Maybe I even wanted to post it again.
Sure.
Is there a way to search for something that you posted before without having to just manually go through each month?
Well, one of the things, obviously, is to manually go through each month. But if it's something that you really would like to spotlight on your personal page that you can transfer over to your business page or not, you can go in through right here where it says status, photo, place, life event, and actually place it as a life event. If you do that, and I'm not going to get deep into this because this is personal, but you can list it as work and education. So if it was work, you click on that, you list the date, and you specify, and then it becomes a life event, which means that you can go back to that exact date. It will be in your timeline. You look over here where it says now, and then it has 2013, 2012, 2011, 2010, 2009. If I went into one of those years, if I have posted a life event, then I can pull that up by date. It will actually show by date. And Sridhar Sankara just walked in. Welcome, our speaker. Sridhar, come on up and have a seat beside me because I'm sure you can help me in these questions as I'm going through certain things, and then we'll turn it over to you. Sridhar, introduce yourself if you would to our virtual audience as well as our crowd.
Okay, my name is Sridhar Sankara. I own a technology company and I work on technology strategy. My company name is eBay Solutions.
Yes, I've already introduced you, by the way, before you got here. And Sridhar is also one of our executive council and founding members, as well as a co-founder of Launch Memphis. And he is, can I call you a brainiac? He is absolutely, was that offensive? I heard somebody say, oh, I would love it if somebody called me a brainiac. And he is absolutely so intelligent when it comes to the backside of search engine optimization and your online business models, and he actually works with us on what we do, and he's helping us get it cleaned up. And by the way, I've got to tell you this in front of everybody, we are now businessovercoffee.com. Okay. All right, so back to any virtual activity going on, just raise your hand and we will take care of you there. We had a guest just walk. Cassandra, welcome.
Just Sandra. Yes, Sandra.
Sandra, welcome. Everybody welcome Sandra. Sandra, we have seats over here. And we encourage you.
Give her just a minute first.
That's great. And if you'd go through what she needs to do to get involved into with what we're doing now. Sandra was invited by Woods Harris, who is one of our member liaisons at the Greater Memphis Chamber yesterday. So welcome. All right, so back to business. Now, I'm going to leave the personal page and go to the business page. How do I get there? How many of you have a business page? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6. Okay, but you have a business page. 6 of
When you said business, because I have a American Cancer Advocacy page, which is where I put all of the things. So but I don't have one that's for Wise Joyful Company.
Okay,
so is that
now
something that we need
remember there is 2 different things. There's groups and there's business pages. A business page is where you want people to like what you do because it will increase your search engine optimization. And how do you get them to like it? Number 1, you need to be interactive on your business page. Not only posting educational material that maybe has nothing to do with your business, but also interacting and dialoguing with the people that post on your page and liking it or sharing it. Share is your best friend because you are now promoting the other guy. That's so important. So you're building relationships. I cannot stress that enough on your business page. Now, a group is where you go in and join a group. And one of the things I would like to point out on the groups is that if you're a part of 4 or 5 groups that somebody else is a part of that same group, and they're going to all those groups and posting, and you're getting all these notifications, you can fix that. All you do is turn your notifications off. And so people get frustrated because they're not aware of how to do that. So you simply go into your group, go up to the settings and click on it, and it will say notifications on or off. And you can control what you receive. You can do that through any social media platform. There is a way to get that done. Now, because this is basic training, we're not going to get that deep. All right? So now, those of you that have a business page, go ahead and go to your business page. I'm going to click right here, if you can see what I'm doing up here at the top. And let me give a shout out to Charlicia Renata Photography, who did this photography here for me. She also offers a discount for BOCI individuals. But I've also got to say that Caroline Norwood, who is here every week, also does headshots, does a fabulous job, and does a lot of photography for us. So get with her to get your professional photo. Now, right here, I clicked on that, and as you can see, there's a drop down of all the different pages that I manage at present. I'm going to click on Business Over Coffee. Those of you that have a business page, go ahead and click into your business page.
We have a question.
It actually is links.
Yeah. Like Caroline did one.
Anyone trying to get in, Linksys is what you will sign into. There is no password. Okay, that's for those in the room
We do have a question.
Yes, a virtual question
Yeah.
online.
You want to do it, Caroline?
Carolyn Mendel was asking that if she should create an actual page for your True Colors Image Radio, or if a group is fine.
She has a group. She should definitely create a page, because that is where her search engine optimization is going to be mostly targeted. Am I correct on that?
You're right.
She's
Okay.
watching us.
See,
virtually
Sridhar
now.
has taught me a lot. Okay, so we're looking at the business page, and one of the things, and you are on, I believe, at from 10 to 10:45. Would that work?
Yep.
Okay. All right. So we have 15 minutes for my part, and then Sridhar is going to get more into the SEO, the search engine optimization, and the advertising side. One of the things that I'm going to ask anyone that has a business page, and you are willing to help someone that does not have a business page set it up right now, who would be willing to help someone with that? Nobody. Okay.
I will help her do
What was the
one.
question?
Okay. All right. So to set up your business page, I'm going to do a very quick overview for you on that. Simply sign into your personal Facebook page, and then once you get there, can you go over that part when you you'll go over that? Okay, so that way we can just deal strictly with where you are now with your business page. So Sridhar's going to go over how to set up the business page and how to optimize the business page, okay? So for the next 15 minutes, up here at the top, I'm looking at my admin panel right here, and it shows the post that I have posted and how many people I've reached. That's more the search engine optimization, how to boost the post and all of that. It also shows me messages that people have sent in to me. It's important to respond to your messages at least within 48 hours if you cannot get to them within 24. Then in addition to that, there's a place here to invite my friends. In order to do this, I just click invite, and Beverly Borick must not have liked our page, so I'm going to invite her right now to like our page. Tammy King is another one of my friends. I just invited her. If I wanted to see more, then I can do this, and I'll do this maybe every 2 or 3 months. I don't want to inundate my friends with invitations. So over here I see new likes. I can actually see who has liked our page. We have an Angela Sturgis from Germantown High School, who looks like she graduated from there. We have Denise Pratt last Saturday. And so it tells you who liked and when. And then you can go into those individuals' pages and see where they're from, where you're actually reaching them. You can connect with them, send them a message, or whatever you would like to do. Now, let me get out. There we go. As you can see, there is a banner spot both on your personal and your business page. If you have a business page and you have not placed your banner, please do so. Here's my philosophy. We're going over 6 different platforms during the 6-month BOCI certification program. And if we're going to focus on one as a business, just one, make sure you do it right. Don't have 4 and do them all halfway. If you can only do one right, do one right. And that means if there's a place for a banner, make sure you have a banner. Most of them now do have banners. From Google Plus has banners. Twitter now has a place for a personal banner. And of course, Facebook. So
what, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Banner, are you talking about the wide picture?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That is correct. Now, how do you do that? If you look right here, if you don't have one, it should give you an option to create one. And if I wanted to change this picture, I would simply click on change cover. And then I would go into my photos and I would choose a photo. Make sure your photo is high resolution, whether you need to go purchase it online. What is a good place to purchase photos online?
You can buy it at iStockPro.com. It's cheap.
iStock.
And there's so
iStock.
many, there's so many.
I've looked at it a couple of times and it's totally confusing to me about the pricing. Can you?
It's the pricing is it's not like per dollar or something. It's by credits, and the credits, like if you buy like 100 credits at a time, it's much cheaper than just buying every time. Like
So you want to buy a larger amount versus a smaller
It
amount?
depends on how many pictures you're going to use. You know, I buy a lot of credits because I use a lot of pictures for my productions and stuff like that.
Right,
So
sure,
I mean,
right.
if you only need a few, you don't spend a whole bunch
So
of money.
do the
buying those
credits expire?
No.
So
No.
ultimately, if I did buy 100, I could use them forever.
Sure. And here's another. This is what we do, okay? I have bought photos occasionally, but let me tell you, and I'm not just saying this because Caroline is in the room, you would be better served to have Caroline come out and take professional photos of what you do, of your product, of you, of your business, of your place if you have an actual brick and mortar. This photo right here was taken, I believe, by Caroline. If not Caroline, it was Cheryl Hurley. But it was definitely taken, was it you?
Yeah, I think that was.
Okay, and you see it's very high resolution, so that's extremely important. Now, right here you'll see that there's a magazine and there's this guy holding it. I'm going to click on it so you can actually see the profile photo. The profile photo is very important as well. And you want it to show your brand, whether you're promoting, like with us, sometimes we're promoting the collaborative side of what we do. So we'll show a picture of a group that's socializing. Sometimes we're promoting the social media side, so we'll show maybe a graph or something. Now, right here, we're promoting that, you know what, we have education, we are using our coffee cup, our business over coffee cup. Now, how did we do that? How did we get this cup on the Esquire magazine with this guy reading it? Can anybody tell me? All right, I'm going to teach you. It is free. This is the best knowledge you can walk away with today when it comes to your image. It's called PhotoFunia.com. That's PhotoFunia. Photo, the word photo, and then Funia. Funia. PhotoFunia.com.
And what is this website again?
This is a website where you can take your photos and go in and they have
manipulate
templates.
it?
They have templates and you just upload the picture of your coffee cup or the picture of whatever it is. You can put your photo on a billboard, whatever you want to do, and you can do it within about 60 seconds. You save it to your computer and it's yours and there's no cost involved. So that is a fabulous source to use. Another thing I would say on your business page, extremely important, and let me find a photo that would work for an explanation on this. Here's one. I did this on PhotoFunia. Do you see the coffee cup up there? Do you see the bringing everyone together and the picture that was actually taken by Caroline Norwood in the newspaper? Well, guess what? That photo is a picture that Caroline took, and that template is a PhotoFunia template. It took me 60 seconds to do this, and then it asked me to enter the verbiage I would like as the headline, and I put bringing everyone together. It was that easy. Now, how do we optimize that photo and get people to come over to our page to look at it? We tag that photo. So now I'm going to push tag, and I'm going to go over here, and I'm not actually going to tag these people because I already have. But there's Lisa Bird Thomas, there's Carolyn Bindle, there's Clarice Burnett, there's Deborah Chaves Norwood, there's Pastor B.W. Burnett, there's myself, and I'm not sure who that is right there. And so all of those people were tagged on this photo. What that does is every person that follows that person that is their friend sees this photo if it's approved. You can set your tags to where you have to approve them if you feel more comfortable with that. But once you have approved it and it's on your timeline, all of your friends will see that. Well, guess what that does? All these people that you're connected with, all their friends now are going to come over possibly to your page and like your page and see what you're doing. Okay, so you see how it's a snowball effect. All right. Okay, so now I've only got 5 minutes, so I'm going now to. Are you getting good information?
Yes.
All right. Okay, so now make sure that you create photo albums. That you also, you can see a map here. There's many things here. This is a very, very important part where it says about. Extremely important. So go to your about, and by the way, let me just give you a little nugget. Since the open graph, on your personal Facebook page, Facebook has added some things. So when you get home, go to your about section of your personal page and update it, because there's places where you can like certain books, you can select certain people you admire, movies, music, so forth. I didn't get into all that, but I did get into the books because that's what I love. I love to read. I love to educate myself. And it helps people get more familiar with you. Remember, you need to humanize yourself on social media. Very, very important. So make sure your personal page is up to date. All right, I am now on the About page. And you can see that our home office is at, and it gives the address and it shows the map. Now, it doesn't do that automatically. It does that because I went in and I followed all the prompts that it asked me to fill in. We have our email address on there, we have our website, we have our phone numbers. I cannot tell you how many people I go to that do not have a phone number. At least have a phone number that is your office number or a Google phone number. It might not be your personal phone number, but have a way that people can reach you. Right here at Ridgeway Business Center, as a professional member of BOCI, you get 10% off of their services here. And you can have a phone number right here in this office and use this office for as low as $60 and up per month. So this is really, really a great place. All right, so now, and for those of you that are not in Memphis, virtual offices are excellent. Atlanta, we do have Crown Office Suites there that we're in collaboration with. All right, so now you can see the basic info. Shows when we were founded, and it gives awards. Any awards that you have received, I don't care how far you need to go back. It's all in how you frame it. Everybody say that. Say, it's all in how I frame it.
It's all in how I frame it.
So your awards, think back to different certifications you've received, awards you've received. It doesn't just have to be a college degree. It can be the BOCI certification that you're working on now. Once you get it, put it on here, okay? And the history by year. It was founded in 2010. Now, I could go in and I could actually go 2011, 2012. Actually, we were founded in I guess it shows 2010 because of my personal page. but we were founded in 2011, so that is incorrect. I will be going in there to figure that one out later. All right, so it's always good to look at your about page to make sure that everything is up to date. I would say about every 6 months, take a look at it. The about is where I have our defining statement. It should be one sentence, very clear as to what you do. Something very important that a lot of people do not do with their about page is they do not put their URL or their web address on there. Make sure you do. And keep it to one sentence, because if you don't, then the URL is not going to show on the front page of your business page. You want people to be able to go to your business page, look at that about, and be able to see your URL without ever clicking on the about, so that it's easy for them to get to your website. Okay? The mission should be very simple. Ours is bringing everyone together. The company overview, I kept it very simple. Connections, collaboration, exposure, and business. And then I gave a basic description of what we do. Okay, so that's what our about page looks like. That page is extremely important. When I am doing radio interviews, that's where I'm going to go when I'm interviewing somebody a lot of times. To get to all of that, that should be almost like a hub. Now, let me say, don't start with Facebook. Start with your website. This is the guy right here that would help you with that. Start with your website if you're starting your business. Then add your social media, okay? Just going through, I am out of time, so I'm just going to quickly go down. Your timeline is going to look the same right now as your personal page. There are ways that you can promote different things, and you can put things on top. Right here, I see that we have a couple new members. I'm looking for something that we will want everyone to see. All right, this is a good one right here. We have Click and Connect coming up in a couple of weeks on a Thursday, our Business Over Coffee Click and Connect. I'm going to click on the edit or remove, but it's not going to do that. It's going to give me options. Okay, and it says pin to top. I'm going to pin that to the top. So what that means is if there's something I really want somebody to see or someone to attend, then it's going to stay there until after that I move it and put something else up there, okay? Regardless of what I add to the page. Over here you'll see the pages I've liked on the right hand side. You will also see recent posts of other people. Carolyn Bindle posted on here not too long ago. And then you will see basically just the posts from there, how many people have seen the post. And now we're going to get into how to read all that and how to promote a post with Sridhar Sankara. So we're going to take about a 2-minute break, that's it. And we're going to network, get to know one another, get some coffee with Rico. Rico, stand and wave at everybody. Rico is sponsoring. And I want those packages so I can show everybody, and we'll do that when we come back here in just a moment. And real quick, when we come back, we'll go to the virtual audience, answer any questions. We'll show this, and then Sridhar will be on about the social media, search engine optimization on Facebook, and how to advertise your page, as well as how to set up a business page. So thank you. Stay with us for just a few minutes. We'll be right back for the virtual audience. You can use it, yes. You can actually use my page.
Wow. Dude, go to Sky Zone.
I don't think that's a very appropriate 21.
Are you kidding me?
21st birthday, go to Sky Zone.
How is that? Why? Explain. That? Is there something wrong with that? I mean, Caroline, you're I guess
traditional 21st birthday.
Well, Caroline, you're not gonna be having a traditional one. You don't drink, so you already don't count. You're like input is like invalid and like that going on.
I tell you, I do not recommend going to get
I
recommend that at all. Unless I was a few months after I was 21, but yeah.
Oh, yeah. Just remember my brother. just like sleeps in the shower and
And that's what this is about.
Oh, bro.
He actually.
It was okay.
Wait, you saw it?
Yeah, I saw it with yours Monday. Iron Man. It was okay. Yeah, I heard bad things. Everybody looks so yeah, I mean, you have to see it because you've seen them all.
The options.
Oh.
I think he got up and then
Like it froze. So like he was up there. I don't think he was gone.
Wait, what?
So we're sitting here, right? And I looked down and she's gone. It's just Sherry sitting there. And it was like a ghost. Like, I wanted to take a picture of it because it was there on his screen but not mine.
This is the stream.
Yeah. I know, but so is yours.
yours are really far behind.
She had my cousin, she said that I
Dude, go to like Restaurant or something. Word. Alright, dude, then like don't do anything. It's like $7.50 like for one game. Alright, dude, if you don't want my help, go for it, some lava, maybe
Do you like it? Yeah. Okay, all right, so if you have your coffee or water, go ahead and have a seat, and we are going to get started again.
coffee.
I want you to read it. Read it. Next week is Flipping Connect.
Can we count that as her first visit? Because she coming in today, she just doesn't, she'll have a computer and all that, so I was out to invite her to come back. She's some side of her professional.
Next week, Mary Singer will be here, speaking on business sustainability, and it will be public, it will not be a workshop. So all of us here.
We're talking about, or maybe this is you and me, talking about sometimes you have to earn that person on the area you're not.
We're Ridgeway business. That's what she's telling me.
Ridgeway Center Parkway is supposed to learn.
All of this, Gina Davis. How are you doing? He's got my nice bag. Well, I actually transferred from the tech team to hospitality team because they needed help getting in order. That's kind of one of the things that I'm really good at doing, organizing everything. So tell me, Opal, are you like a buyer or
Second half. This will be archived.
We actually have our funds.
Okay, everybody, if you can go ahead and have a seat. If everybody can please have a seat so we can get started with the second half. Okay, Carter. This is something new that we'll be talking about.
He's already showed it. Please read it. Okay, awesome. I know. I'll do that. So,
Everyone, please find a seat.
the first time visitor sheet. They're free on the website. So you guys missed some. Oh, none. Okay. I'd love to let you do that when you get out here today, is that okay?
Yeah, all right, let's do it.
Okay, awesome, great meeting you. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, sounds great. Yeah, I'll definitely handle this. I get one to my boss too.
I'm gonna just listen from now on out. I'm gonna have to sit down.
Perfect. I'll Perfect, sounds great. I'll definitely pass this on.
I gave you the one to read.
They have a cool business card, don't they?
Read this.
Did you get it?
This is really important. We're gonna
Well, no,
She has some.
more stuff I got from.
Y'all want coffee?
Already good?
Read that.
Already got.
Did you get the one that
Yeah.
says business over coffee?
Oh, I think I got it.
I'll read it like that too.
Okay. Read that.
And it's true, I had fun with that.
Okay, and here's one I gave you, right? All right, everybody, if you would please have a seat. Oh, yes, please do. Okay, real quick, we're going to go to our virtual. Gina, do we have anything virtually going on there?
I had to close my tabs all down and haven't got them back open again.
Okay, we will revisit the virtual, and let's welcome Risha as our newest professional member. Yes, a recruit of Sarah. And now, I just handed everybody one of these, and we are not selling coffee. You want to buy coffee, you see that guy over there, Rico, wave at everybody.
Tis delicious.
But Rico has collaborated with us, and when you hand out one of our business cards, especially for the member liaisons, you also hand this to the person. And read it with me. Grab your coffee, and it says, have a cup of coffee on us. Promote your business today. Create a free profile at businessovercoffee.biz. 901-820-4469. Isn't that creative marketing?
Yeah.
Everybody thank Rico for sponsoring us in that way. And tell everybody about his coffee. Now we are going for the virtual audience. Everybody welcome back the virtual audience as well as our live audience. Remember to follow us on @BOCoffee and join the conversation, or go to our site at businessovercoffee.com. Click on the right hand side. It will be green if we're live, and red it will be archived. Let me introduce Sridhar Sankara, who will be covering the search engine optimization of Facebook, as well as advertising and how to set up a business page for the next 45 minutes, and then we'll have about 5 minutes of questions and answers. Okay? Everybody welcome Sridhar.
Thank you. The first thing about, I'm going to talk more about first search engine optimization before we getting in and trying how to do this. Search engine optimization is how people online find you, because you can have like great websites, you can have great Facebook page or LinkedIn, but people are not going. They know you. They know how to get to your website. They know how to get to your Facebook or LinkedIn, but you want people outside of the people that you know to know about you or your business and how to get in touch with you or show what you sell or provide services for. That's the key. And social media also has, it's called social signals. So it has an SEO preference in Google's and Bing and Yahoo, and Bing and Yahoo are the same right now. So what you want to do is, it still has, it's not the most highest level of SEO. Then your website is your maximum. Website and your blog will provide you the highest search engine optimization. But now the social signals are getting also in the top, so you need to be prepared for it and see what you're doing on social media affects your SEO also. So I'll show you, like, the first thing is when you're creating a page, right? Or does everybody have a page now, or?
There are a few that do not. Who does not have a
There's
page?
just a way we can create it while we're trying to listen to
Sure.
y'all, so we'll have to do it
But
later.
what I will tell you is the basic things you need to know when you're creating a page is first thing about what's the username you're going to give for the page, right? When you're creating a page, it would not let you create a username. It would do only after you get about 20 to 30 likes, and then you can create your own name. The name, what I'm talking about is here, right? You have business over coffee. That's the name that we're talking. That's key because somebody searching for business over coffee now could easily come to your Facebook, and if you have a LinkedIn, pretty much you come to the LinkedIn page exactly the same way. So they show up on your searches.
So it was 25 likes, and I think they just raised it to 30, if I
30, yeah.
recall. So you have to have that in order to be able to go in, and they manually have to go in and set
change,
that
yeah.
up to change it once. So if you have 300 likes and you still don't have your username, you need to go in and manually set up your username on your Facebook page.
So if you see where I tagged in business over coffee, it's not just the businessovercoffee.biz.com, but you can see the Facebook is right there. So it's the reason is because of the username, and then not only the username but also the other things I'm just going to talk. So the first thing is creating the right username. So when you are preparing your Facebook, just think about what would be the best username for your business, and this could be for your own individual pages too, your own name. If you're branding yourselves, that's important too. You don't just brand your business, but you brand yourself. Your brand would then associate with your business. So it's very, very important now that people just don't understand that you can have your own Facebook page and do everything, but let's say if you're working for FedEx or you're working for IP or for IBM or something, now you're representing them. That's where a lot of people are getting fired or hired because of that. So you cannot just say because I walk out of my office I can behave the way I want to, because your brand is your company brand now. So they're all going together. So you're talking at your company, and also, so you got to be very careful what you do on social media. So, but that's the branding you need to think about, even with your name. So I have all my social media, my email, everything is the only one username I have. So it's very easy for the search engines to get optimized my name. So if I search my name, probably the first 2 pages would be my name. Everywhere I have, because that's the one username I use all the time. So that's the key. Then for the SEO, the other things you need to think about is the pictures. It's very important what the names of the pictures you name and upload. But then the about.
Can you go back on that? So when you upload something, you said the names of the pictures you upload.
Yeah, instead of just saying like 123.jpg, just put the name of the picture. Businessovercoffee.jpg. The reason it's and the SEO, you have 2 things in searches, right? So you have a search that's a web search, but a lot of people will search images. So when I click this images now, see anything that had a business over coffee they have used, you can see all of them showing up here. So you want your images also to show up. So that could be your product image. So when you are doing when you are putting it on your timeline, you're going to talk about your product or something, you're going to upload a picture. Just don't take from a digital camera and just upload it. Rename the picture to the right name and then upload it. It would have much more value than just the name like 1234 or DCIM 515.jpg.
So name the picture before you upload it.
Yeah. So it will have much more value.
So when you go to save it and it asks you for a name and it gives an automatic name, just change that name to whatever you'd like it to be branded as.
So that's another SEO strategy you can think about for the images. And then on the Facebook, the other thing is the about. This part is very, very important. So whenever a search engine comes to your page, the main things that they're going to scan through would be The first one would be your business or coffee. That would be the main one it runs. Then it goes into this part of it. So your about, the info you give is very, very important. So try to put all the information you can with the keywords. Think about the keywords that people are actually, you think are looking for, or if you know, like there's a Google keyword tool. So just type in keyword tool in Google and you get a keyword tool. So if you think, let's say if you are trying to sell coffee, for example, if you want to know how many people are really searching for coffee in Memphis, you can find that. I'll try to get there.
Wow, I just learned something. Did anybody learn something?
I did.
I love that.
Say it one more time.
So you have a keyword tool in Google that you can go and you can search there. It is the keyword tool. So you go in there, and then there will be local and there will be global searches. So we can just do one search. And also when you're doing keywords, you don't come with one keyword. Nobody is typing in like coffee. People type a phrase, people type a sentence. So you might want to think about the low, it's called, so you have these curves that you don't want, like, let's say if you're in real estate, you just want to say, okay, somebody types real estate, I want to show up. You cannot, because you're competing with the huge, big markets. So you want to come up with, when I'm searching for a home, I will search for a home in Memphis, or home in Collierville, or homes in Germantown. I'm not going to search homes and sit down and wait for them, because the results are not relevant for me. My relevant results would be very unique and to the specified region or a specified product. So let's say if somebody is looking for a coffee in Memphis, a coffee store or a coffee. So I'm going to type coffee. I'm going to search coffee shop in Memphis. So I'm not going to say coffee shop.
Is there anything besides Starbucks in Memphis?
Yeah. So and
We'll
then
see,
you can
I
put
bet
like
Dunkin' Donuts will come.
yeah, and then you can choose the categories and everything. But I'll just do this.
Sridhar, does it default to local?
What's it?
Does it default to local Memphis?
Yeah. Even if you don't type, it will default because it knows where you are searching from, because it knows the IP address, and it actually knows it's doing from this building. That's how people catch all these people. If somebody is going online and doing everything, how does the FBI and all catch? Because they know exactly where your computer is, so they can count.
Wow. So Google knows where your computer is sitting at the moment?
What's it?
Does your computer know where you're sitting at the moment?
Yes.
Yes.
Because of satellites?
Yeah,
Oh
because
my
of
gosh.
yeah. So now here, now you can see the search, right? So this is how many people are searching in the global. There's only 1,000 people searching, because somebody in like New York is not going to search coffee shop in Memphis, right? But most of the people will search in Memphis. So you have 880 times in a month people are searching for that word. But then it gives you the high, what really people are searching for in Memphis. So if you might think a keyword is, that's what people are looking for, maybe that's not what people are really looking for. People are looking for in a different way. So this tool will give you how you want to write your content for your website, or for your Facebook, or for your blog.
That's
So if
great.
you type in Dunkin' Donuts, it'll default to Dunkin' Donuts in Memphis.
Yeah, it
and
should
list
have.
probably 6 or 7.
Yeah, that's if you do that in the web, it will automatically
Yeah.
show the local searches first.
This is a
Yeah,
backdoor way
yeah,
of
this is
figuring
for
out who's looking
you.
for what.
Yeah, this is for like who's looking for what and what keywords would make sense for me to write a blog or for me to write the content on the web.
And content in your Facebook, because we're
Yeah,
talking about
exactly.
Facebook for business, so in your about page, correct?
Yep, about page and when you're doing like you can see shops, restaurants and all. So these are not like you really don't care about them. So you'll look for them. So that's the about page. And then all this, like one of the things you want is to give a link back to your website. Or you can also give a link back to your LinkedIn page. You would give a link back to your Twitter account. So, because what the search engines do is they will follow the link and then they will immediately go to that particular link and they will see a relevancy with your business and the link that you give.
So now you guys understand why I call this weave your own web? Because it all depends on what you enter into the computer.
So, and then you need to think about when also when somebody comes to your Facebook, you want to have like the right size picture, right? So you want to really clean up that picture. The size of that picture is 851 pixels by 315 pixels.
You
Is
all
the
get
size.
that? 851 by 315
15.
pixels. High resolution.
Yeah, high resolution is good. So, and it really needs to show what you're trying to do, what you want to do. So there
And
are.
I think they should often change it like at least once every 3 months, if not once a month.
Yeah,
right?
it depends upon what kind of business you are in. Let's say you are coming up with an event. You change it to that event, something related to that event. And if you are doing events every month, you change it every month. Or if after an event you want to share the latest event, a very good picture of that event, or talk about that event. So this is where that's the first thing people would see. So if you put your picture and the same picture all the time, it's a static thing. People ignore that. So you got to want to keep changing that. So it could have a picture. And if you have Photoshop or any of the photo editor tools, you can just write there, coming soon, like on May 15, we have this event going on, check out. And so it could be on the picture, could be like that. So you need to maximize the usage of real estate here. What is the first thing people would see? You need to say, how can I maximize that?
This is your online real estate.
Yeah. So, and then every post you post, right? So everything you have, you need to make sure about, okay, what would be the keywords I want to really focus on. And when you're posting something from your website or from your blog and share it here, try to give a small message. Try to give a title to it. Try to give some description with the keywords in it, not just give a description, so that then the SEO can easily pick up those. So you want to make sure that you have those in there.
And another thing I'd like to add to that is really getting interactive with your audience as well, because the more people comment on what you have or like what you have raises your search engine optimization. So asking a question, what would be a good question to ask about a network?
So let's say if you are talking about an event, right? So you might want to just push the about event, because the event is you're already having a picture about the event and what the event is about. Instead of saying that again, same thing, May 15th, this is your event, come join it. Instead of that, say something that people will respond to it. Let's say if it's about the business over coffee, about let's say Facebook workshop, the message could be, do you have a Facebook business page? If you don't, visit us. Or what are your thoughts on Facebook page? That would give people to discuss about something. So when you are putting content, I think I explained last time, the content is 4 types of content you have. That's the only type of content you have. The first type of content is about going viral. It's something that people want to share. So you put a nice story or a nice video about a cute dog running around, jumping around. That's something that people will like to see, so people start sharing about it. So that's the kind of, that's for awareness of your company, or I'm just saying a dog, it might be something that you think is valuable information that people is going to share to somebody else. That's the first type of content. The second type is a content where you make people talk about it. You make the discussion type of thing. So like asking a question. So putting something that you will ask, okay, this is what my thoughts are, what do you think about it? So that would start people engaging the people and talking about it. So that would be somewhere that's when you will see a lot of people have comments on it. That's where you start discussion kind of. The first two, those two are mainly focusing on awareness of your brand. Then the third one is you create a valuable information, but you don't give the whole information. You only give probably a very snippets of the valuable information, and then you'll say, click here to download this white paper, or download the PDF, or download the story or video. But before you do it, give me your name and your email or whatever. So.
And all that's the back end that needs to be set up.
You need to set up. So now that's a lead generation. So you're getting a lead. How are you getting the lead? You're getting a lead by providing them with a very, very high valuable information. People would think, okay, I really need this information. I don't care if I have to give my name. So, and there are websites and there are things that I do that all the time. Like if you go to Fortune magazine or Harvard Business Review or Inc. or anyway, you see that, and I always download that. So you need to think, okay, is your information that valuable? That's the key. The information could be valuable to you, but you need to think about who are the people that you are trying to, your audience, and is it valuable for them? So just don't just write a white page and just say, oh, people want to download. Nobody's going to download. We have enough information. So you need to make that very, very valuable for somebody to download. So some of them could be like infographics. I don't know how many people have started looking at infographics.
Those
There's
are
a
cool.
lot of
Those are
infographics.
cool. Those are cool.
That could be a cool way to say, okay, download our infographic, then they can do it. And then the last one is a direct pitch. As say, so you would say for the month of May, we are giving 50% discount on all our products, or we are giving buy one get one. Let's say a sale that you are trying to do. So when you think about content, when you're posting it, it needs to fall in one of those.
And one of the things I've seen with retail, like for instance, Gina, you might be able to do this with your cards, is Macy's, I believe, is the one that started with this color of pants or this color of pants. I can see, call. And please vote for which one you like best. And it actually determined what they put on their racks, but it also increased their search engine optimization.
Exactly, and also it increases your awareness. So like when I do that, I will share it with somebody else. And then people will start, and then your brand name is getting to know to other people that they've never known about you. So the whole thing about social is you are influencing your fans or likes to influence other people about you. So that's the key. So you're reaching people that you haven't reached.
You mentioned share. Can you show, because this is basic training, so can you show them how to share something
Okay, so here are
to
the
several
three
groups
ways,
at one time?
So when you see some message or some post that you like or dislike or whatever, there are three things you can do. Like you can like it, right? It says you like it, and that means that you like that post. You agree or whatever. And then the comment is now you wanted to talk about it. You want to get engaged about it. If you're really very good, you want to do that, which also increases your brand. If you start writing on somebody else's and start putting comments, your name is also there.
Builds
so it's
relationships.
Good.
Yes.
So you want to put that, you want to comment on it. And then share. Once you put share, it would go into your in your timeline on your Facebook. So and then people can see immediately what you have done. So
And you can also share to several groups and also to pages you manage at the same time. So one of the things that if I could just insert this is I encourage all businesses to join 5 Facebook groups, not pages, groups. Have those groups of at least 200 members or more. So that means that when you share something off your business page, you can share it to each of those groups. You are hitting with one click of a button, you are hitting anywhere. It depends on how many people are in the group. Atlanta, Georgia has 80,000, right? That's a group. When I put something on there, 80,000 people get that notification unless they have their notifications turned off. So make sure you join 5 groups that are either in your market or either you like what they're doing there, okay?
Okay, I guess I'm tired of going out to groups and it's about, oh, you need to buy my product, you need to look at this, you need to buy this opportunity, blah, 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 blah. So how can we disseminate it in such a way where it's just not a blatant advertisement?
yeah, so that's before even doing that, you need to think about the strategy. What is going to be your strategy, right? So the strategy consists of 5 different parts. The very first part is what is the goal? What is it you are trying to achieve? Right? Let's say you have a business, so you have a retail, right? So your retail store could be, okay, I want to, the goal could be several things. It's the growth of your business, or it could be a financial thing. So you will say, okay, in 1 year I want to take it to a $1 million business. And then you will say, okay, what in my store that's so valuable, right, that somebody would want to come and buy time after time, right? So that you are creating a value first. even before you create a value, the second piece, very, very important part is who is going to be your audience? Who are the people that you're going to buy? That could be so many different things. It could be a geographic location. It could be a segmentation of people. So let's say there's a high-end jewelry store or something. It's not for everybody. So you need to know your target market. So you need to know who they are, right? It could be like women or men, or what is it that you're trying to do? Where is this segment? And then you need to know where are these people. So where can I go and get involved with these people? Like online, offline, everything. So that's the second one. It's called where to play, right? And the third one
Where
is
to play?
Yeah. And the
Okay.
third one is how do you win, right? So there's a great book called Playing to Win: How Why Strategy Matters. And so the key, that second one is like, okay, what can value that I'm bringing to my store that these people will come and buy time after time, and then they share about me and talk to other people and let my company grow. So you need to know, those are the critical things, is you need to know where you want to do your business, what is the segmentation, and how do you want to do your business. So let's say, for example, our company, we started small, we want to get into small business and nonprofit. That was our key. So how did we get in there? We know the nonprofits and everything. And our first thing is, the value we are providing was the cost leadership. We were beating anybody's cost, right? That's because we have a huge offshore model. So we can cut costs. It doesn't mean we are losing profit. Cost leadership is not about losing profit. It's about, we have a lot of profit margin that we can go after our competition and reduce our margin, still make as much as they're making as a profit, but we can cut down on price to go to the market. So that's our strategy. We went in there, that's how we started growing, and then we went from one segment, we went into, okay, now we have the segment, we know how to get into that. Now let's move to another segment, which is, okay, now we want to go to the mid-tier markets, the bigger companies that are $10 million to $50 million companies. So that.
A couple things I would like to mention for those who are very basic and just getting started. Maybe you do not have your website yet. Sridhar does an actual review with you where you sit down. If you are a professional member at no cost, he will sit down with you and do it online. It's actually an online review, so it would be up to him if you met face to face or if he just did it online. But it's about a 15-minute review to really let you know what the next steps are that you need to take. There's no cost for that as a professional member. And so I highly recommend Sridhar. If he feels like that his company is not exactly what you're needing, he's going to lead you in the right direction. If they are able to fulfill your needs, then he's going to make sure that happens. The other thing I would like to mention is that if you would like one-on-one training on these things that we give, a basic overview with the certification process, 1 hour, 60 minutes of training, you can schedule it weekly, you can schedule it monthly, you can schedule it quarterly. I am now hosting TGIF, thank God it's Friday, private online social media training, and I'm doing it on Google Hangout. Or Skype, whichever you would prefer. That's for anyone in the world. So you can schedule that with me tomorrow. I do have a couple openings, and it is fee-based. This is not a part of your professional program. If you are interested in doing this, this is a 1 hour minimum at $60 an hour. So like I said, you can do it once every quarter, you can do it once a month, you can do it once a week, you can do it once a year, but it's good for you to know that this is available for you. Okay.
Yeah. So those are three, and then you need to think, and what are the different things that you need to do in order to reach this audience, in order to show your thing. That's where you'll think, okay, Facebook is my social media platform, or website, or a blog. So you need to think about all the different things that you need in order to achieve those goals. And then as a management, because a lot of retail stores, you're not sitting there and selling, you have staff. So you need, all the staff needs to know your strategy. It's not that just the higher leadership needs to know about it. So the whole company needs to know, because you think you have a strategy, but everybody has their own strategy in the company. So you want to show you what's the company strategy so they can align themselves to your company strategy. So let's say there could be a salesperson in your retail store. All you do is like, okay, if you sell, you get this much percentage of the sale or something. All they're worried about is their money, right? So they're going to sell without thinking about does it fit my strategy for the business strategy, how they're going to grow. So they might go and sell something that it was not supposed to meant for that person. So now you have a negative reflection later on your company. So unless you guide them, guide your whole staff that your strategy is this is what we want to do. So you never go and sell a wrong thing to a wrong person, right? Or offer a wrong service to a wrong person. So that's what happened a lot of times. That's why there's a lot of people that the sales cycle moves so much because they never tell their strategy so they align. So everybody makes their own strategy how to make a sale or how to make the money for them.
So with Facebook and business, who would you say should everyone have once they get their website? Should everyone that has a business also have a Facebook business page?
It is recommended to have, but one thing about social media is you got to be prepared for it. You can just make it and sit down, right? You constantly keep, and then you got to set your own timeline. Like it doesn't need to be every day or every hour. You give them a guideline. Okay, we're going to do the Facebook every day, so that the people that are actually subscribing, the people that are liking your page, they know that this is how your frequency is, whether it's a Twitter or a Facebook or something. So you need to think about, okay, when you open up a channel, how do I manage this channel? So
and there are a couple platforms to help you manage that. One is Hootsuite, which I used to use, but let me tell you another one that I absolutely love. I don't know, Sridhar, if you know this one. It is a Facebook app is what it is, but you can get to it, just go to your upper URL and put in recommend.ly, L-Y, okay, recommend.ly. You will sign in through Facebook and it's amazing. Within 5 minutes, you can target your audience, post things to your page, and also add them to your queue so that they're actually going out. Recommend.ly looks at, through the back side of things, looks at who's on your Facebook page, and they determine what time these things should be posting to your either business page or your personal page. So it's happening while you're out doing what you need to do.
So how do they
Okay, one more post.
Because you choose it.
Oh, you go on
yeah, you go ahead and then you subscribe to what are the different things you want to do. So other thing on Facebook, since we're concentrating on Facebook, is Facebook has so many tools that you can use them outside of Facebook. So one of this, if you go to like developers.facebook.com/plugins, you can say Facebook plugins on Google and it will show.
Let me say that. That's developers.facebook.com.
Yeah, but you can type in Google Facebook plugins and it will take you to this site. But I'll explain you on this, right? So a couple of things. So they're all this things. All of them are very, very important for your SEO. So the first one is a like button. So when you have a website or a blog, you just don't want to put like just a Facebook button to take them to your Facebook, but you want people to directly like from Facebook right there, right? So that's the like button you put. But also you have a page that people would be interested, valuable information is there on your website or a blog. You want people to share directly that article from that page. So you don't want to go and copy the link and put it in your Facebook or let your friends do that. You want to give them a very, very quick way to share the blog. So that's a like button you'll put. And then there is also send button. So that way it allows users to send content to their friend very easily from the Facebook. So that's the send. So you can see, so you can explore this, and it's very, very easy for everything. They give you code, copy paste it. That's all. It's a very easy thing. And then the follow button, how you want people to follow you, right? And then comments is a great way to do things, right? So you can go to a website and have information, and instead of having a feedback and all these things within the blog, you can just put comments, Facebook comments. So they'll start, not only people you would see on your blog post, but also the same post comment would be shown on your Facebook. So much more interaction would you have. And then your recent activity is where like it's a plugin that you put it on your website. It shows all the Facebook activity to people that come, so they don't need to go to your Facebook to see the activity. They can interact directly there.
On your page,
On your page,
website
on your website page.
And one of the things I would like to insert there is that Constant Contact, for instance, is a newsletter type source you can use. And I have seen, Sridhar, where people have actually sent out their newsletters without clicking on that. You click on one thing that says include the social bar,
yeah.
which is where you can share it. You're wasting your time. If you're sending it out and you're only targeting the audience you already have, don't do that. Make sure you have that share tab so that they can share everything to their followers.
So and then you have recommendation thing. So this is where you can start recommending on the products or something. So you can click on the recommendations button and people can recommend your product or service. So it automatically shows up on there. Then the like box is, there's two ways to like. One is just a small like button on your page, or you can have the whole like box within your website or a blog.
So these things right here is what we choose to be on our page.
Yeah, you can choose which ones you really want to be on your site.
On your website.
On the website or a blog. So the login is, that's where you can have login, shows your profile pictures who has already logged in, signed up for your site, right? So you can have a social login, it's called social login. So most of the sites we're doing is, okay, register on our site. Instead of them again putting a username, password, everything, we will make them log in with their Facebook. Once they let us log in, what we can do is we'll immediately get the whole information that they have on the Facebook, and we can pull all that information. So if your business needs some information, demographic information like their age, like their location, and their other activities that they do, you can ask them all these questions. And they're not going to really do a sign up and write all these answers, but they do that already on Facebook. You can pull all that information in 1 second once they log in with their Facebook. So you use social login. So social logins, you have Facebook, you can log in with Facebook or Google Plus, or you can do with Twitter, but if you do it with Facebook, you get more information than you really want. And there's a face file. Face file is just a plugin that shows like all the people's faces on your website, how many people are there. So it changes every time. So these are the ones that you want to go in and look which ones would really make sense for your site. But all of them would help on your, not only on your SEO, but on your functionality of your website or your blog.
Since we only have about 5 more minutes, then we'll open for questions.
Sure.
Is there any way you could show them right here how they can read their SEO on their business page?
And then how do you show your signature to just show the Facebook logo instead of just a whole URL? You know what I'm saying? Like on your signature page, you see a lot of people just have the Facebook logo, you can click on there.
And go to their Facebook.
Yeah, instead of just showing the whole URL.
Yeah, so how you do that is you just you take the Facebook, whichever image you like, and you link that to your Facebook page. You just type in your Facebook address in there, and then it automatically creates a link to that.
Right, but on my signature it shows my whole URL. It doesn't show the little Facebook symbol.
Because you don't have, you need to download an image that you like, Facebook image, and then put it there, and then right click it, and then you give the link back to it.
Oh, download the image.
Yes.
Yeah.
And there are also other, if you go to Google and search out signatures for email, there are platforms that are free that you can use that will actually take you through each of those steps and link all those images for you and put it onto your email.
Certain images. Okay.
Yeah.
So now where is he now?
He is now, where he was is in the front page, and at the top, when you have a business page, you have your admin part at the top. And right there in the middle, it gives you who's talking about this and all that, and
Your
you click on
stats.
see all, your stats, okay? You'll click on see all, and now that's where he is. This is what I look at every
This is your
week
dashboard.
with
This is
the
very,
people I
very
work
important, right? So whatever you do, you want to measure it
Mhm.
and see if it's working or not, so that you can change your tactics. So when you go to this, you would say, let's say you post a great article and you think it's going to have like 1,000 people like it and 100,000 people talk about. That's what you assume, right? You assume things, but now this is going to tell whether that's happened or it really was much better success than what you anticipated. The first, it shows how many likes you have, and the friends of fans, how many people. This is a good number because you can. These are the number of people you can actually reach, which are very close because. And then how many people are talking about it? How much the difference? This red one means like how much it was different from last month, right? So last month more like we had 34.21% more people talked about it. And then the weekly total reach is like how many people? So you must have reached probably about like 1,300 people last month, but you didn't reach that weekly. Sorry, last week, but you only reached 707 this week. So that's a weekly thing. So. And then here if you go, it will show every article or everything, how many people it has reached. The reach and engaged users. That engaged users are people that have put comments. So talking about this is like if people are talking in virality is people that have shared, a lot of shares about it. So this gives a great information about what's really going on, what are the content, what are the contents that really people are really catching up.
So in order to analyze those stats, basically, if I see that my numbers are down this week versus last week, would the right approach be to go back out to the Google keyword search and search for new keywords so that I can pull in new activity?
There are two ways to see. One is, like you said, like there is 50% down this week, but there's 50% up last week, right? So go back to last week and see what have you done right. What really made people really talk about you or people share about you. Then you know, okay, this is a kind of messaging that people really like about. So, and then go and think about, okay, what kind of message I can create that if the people are liking about, okay, only about this type of messaging I give. And you're thinking about something else that's not working now. Go back to this, how can you fine tune this and put it back again, something like that, similar to that.
And there's also a way to boost or promote your post, and you have to pay for it now through Facebook. It starts at $4.99, goes up to $14.99. So you can reach anywhere, and it will tell you at $4.99 you'll reach this many people. Is there any way we could show them one of those, like just maybe going back to the home page and trying to promote something and show them how that works? I do this occasionally, maybe once or twice a month, if it's something I really want to reach a lot of people with, and it will tell me.
Yeah, here it is, like if you want this post, you can say boost. And so the maximum budget is this, right? You don't want really, and then you can go to more options.
Right, and right here it gives you other options at lower cost.
So the reach, it will say how many people it's going to reach now. So if it's $4.99, it's going to reach up till 1,200 people, minimum 660 people.
So those are people that was in your area, or what people are they reaching?
You can designate that, can't you?
I don't know, that's what I'm asking.
Facebook actually looks at what they can see, where you are, what you're doing. Facebook knows pretty much everything about you.
Yeah.
So they take your search engine optimization of what you've been doing online, and then they target those people that they think would best fit. Now, it went all the way up to like $49, which would reach several thousand.
6,900 to 13,000.
To 13,000. And so I would suggest starting out very low, $4.99. See if it brings you any
traffic.
Yes, exactly.
And then you want to go and do it. So another way, like for example, if you're trying to do something and you want to see the reach of the, let's say you have, you're selling a high-end store selling like purses or something, and you want to know how many people are there around you, you can, for the ad manager, you can use ad manager in two ways. One is just post an ad, but also to know the demographics of the area you're trying to reach, right? So the ads, you can create an ad, right? When you create an ad, okay, so here it would show you what are the different things. Let me see where this is.
Okay, and while Sridhar is bringing that up, because we are limited, we have 8 minutes. Do we have any activity we need to talk about on the virtual world? Twitter, Facebook, chat line. Okay, looks like our tech team is checking on that right now. Okay, and what questions do we have?
Well, you showed us how to share on Facebook, but how do you go into, like, if you have an article on the website that you want to share with somebody? How do you share that on your
Okay, depends. Like, let me go to a site and show you how. There's several ways to do it. Most of the sites provide that to share. So let's say I'm on Inc.com. So if I'm going to read this article before you launch your business idea. Right. So this is an article you really like.
Right.
And you want to share it with people. So this is what I was talking about, the social plugin, the post your comments. So right there. So, and now I want to share this. So there are two ways generally. Ink should have. It should be on the left. Yeah. But if you don't have, you just copy the link
At the top.
top and go to your Facebook. Right. I was in a different. And in your status, you just put this link, and it automatically will show up.
Exactly, and then you can erase the link.
And then you can erase the link and start typing what you want to do.
And one other thing I'd like to point out, if you'll go right here to Business Over Coffee, if you're looking for content, go right here to businessovercoffee.com, go to International Online News, click on that. This is our daily newspaper. It's going to be filled with world news, with social media news, with local news, with news about you. How do you get on there? Use the @BOCoffee when you are typing a status update or posting something. Also use our hashtag BOCI and you may end up in the headlines of our news every day, okay? And there's a share button there. That's why I wanted to go there.
I was gonna say we do have some Twitter feeds. We have 6 new followers.
Wow! Welcome our followers.
And then Darren Hignet, I don't want to butcher his name, liked one of our posts that says, "BOCI, you need to humanize yourself on social media. Very important," was one of the quotes that we
Awesome.
put in.
Shout out to
Darren Hignet.
Darren. Shout out to Darren. All right, thank you. Welcome, virtual world. Continue bringing in those questions. All right, so there's the share button. Sandra, I wanted you to see that most places are going to have a share button, and that's going to help you share. So if you click on that, it actually gives you the option to share it to any of your platforms.
So you have, like, you can share on Google Plus. It's already liked on Facebook. So you can share on LinkedIn. You can share. You can tweet about it, or also you can email. So these are, like, there are several tools out there that you can integrate into your blog or your website. There's a tool called addthis.com, and then they'll give you a code. You just plug it into your WordPress blog or in your just blog or your website. It automatically creates a share in every page.
We have 3 minutes. Was there anything else you wanted to bring up before we go to questions, Sridhar?
No.
How many of you enjoyed Sridhar? Okay, we have 3 minutes for questions, and then of course we'll break for networking. Sridhar will be here to take your questions. If you want to book something with me as far as the private training, please see Sarah, because I am exiting. We are meeting with a bank today to talk about our marketing strategy. They are interested in what we do. Isn't that exciting? Yes. So, questions?
The pictures that Carolyn is put in, and when I'm trying to put them into my American Cancer Network page, but they're showing up on my Facebook page, my personal page, but I'm not able to get them over into my American Cancer page. How do I do that?
That's going to be more of a one-on-one you know, figuring that part out.
Okay.
Because we're out of time on that.
Also wanted to clarify something. Facebook pages will not show up in the group searches. Like you can't. This is just Facebook groups. I'm sorry, will not show up in on the search engines.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. It's exactly. So that's why you need a business page. And real quick, I almost forgot about your homework. Okay. Here's your homework. Next month. Remember, this happens on the second Thursday of every month through December. So mark your calendars if you want to walk away with your basic training certification. This is what's really going to pay off for you. Is the information that you've learned today. You can also go back and watch it on demand on our site at businessovercoffee.com if you need to do a refresher. So what we want you to do is next month, second Thursday, we want to be able to look at your Facebook page, your personal page. We want to be able to make sure that your banner is up, that your about is there, that all your information is up to date, and we want to look at your business page, and we want to make sure you've got a banner, you've got a picture that has nice pixels, that is higher resolution, and that all the holes have been plugged. And once that happens, let's say you come in and maybe something you didn't know how to do it or whatever, then you'll go back the next month and you'll correct it until you get it right. Because when you end this certification, we want you to know how to do the basics of getting out there on social media. Yes, ma'am.
Oh, I was going to ask you, do you have a timeline on when you think the video will be available?
Actually, on this particular session, I know that we have certain times that we release those. But Gina, on this particular session each month, go ahead and just make sure that it's one link, because sometimes there are internet issues. As long as it's one link, I would like you to go ahead and make it public now.
Okay.
And go ahead and share it to YouTube, and then post it to our site as well, if you would.
Okay.
And you do that through
One more
Add
time,
Video.
tell me where you want to post it.
You will make it public, which means that everyone can get to it through our site. Simply go to businessovercoffee.com, click on the red icon, Ustream, and you'll see it there, okay? And we'll also have it on our YouTube channel, which is Business Over Coffee TV, and it will also be on our site under videos. And the way to put that there would be simply go to our site, go to videos, add video, and enter the URL from YouTube, and you've got it. Okay?
Thank you.
Good deal.
One question. Do you have time? Do you have time for that question?
I have about 5 minutes. Yes, ma'am.
I have a question for you. You were saying that we use our username to use the same username to brand ourselves. What happens, like with me, I've got too many usernames before I got into business and being independent. And I've got, a lot of different usernames from Yahoo, from Hotmail, and all these. What do I do now to try to combine all those?
What is your primary purpose? What do you do?
I do insurance and financial services.
Okay, and you own your own business?
I'm an independent agent.
Independent agent, okay. So it sounds like you need to have it, to answer that question, it takes a lot more questions, to be answered. In other words, I would need to ask you a lot of questions to get you a proper answer. But this guy right here, he's a strategist, so maybe talk with him after we get finished here. And also remember that with a professional membership, and Sarah can inform you of what that is, it's $10 per event here. First time guests come at no cost, or it's $100 for the entire year, and that includes 4 events per month and lots of benefits. But one of those benefits is the BOCI certification, but is getting a choice of 2 online reviews, and one of those online reviews would be, I would say, your branding or your strategic technology, which Sridhar would be the one to talk with about that. Okay, does that help?
Yeah,
It gives you direction. That gives you
Yeah.
direction. It's not one of those questions that can be answered, like, because you want to make sure your branding is correct. Okay, all right, we are going to go ahead and wrap up. Everyone, thank you for the virtual audience that has joined us. Everyone, they can say goodbye. Thank you to our live audience, and we will see you for for this certification process, we will see you next month on the second Thursday, 9 to 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. Visit our website at businessovercoffee.com and set up your free profile. And remember what we do. We work with professionals who want to optimize 3 things: social media, educational exchange, and networking events. And we are bringing everyone together for what? More connections, collaboration, exposure, and business. So until next time, continue bringing everyone together. And next week, let me make an announcement, is our BOCI Click and Connect event from 9 to 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. We'll be right here every Thursday. We're right here. You can also join us live. Mary Singer, who is an absolute phenomenon, and she is a sustainable business coach. So make sure that you're here to hear what she has to say. It will be a networking event, and she will be speaking. So we'll see you then. Goodbye until next time.